Well, as if it hasn't been said enough, Kenyan actors are really doing us proud both locally and internationally. The acting industry has really grown immensely and is only getting better. Now, Peter Kawa is a household name in the acting scene. The veteran actor has seen and done it all with awards and mega film projects. We had a sit down with this actor, and this is what he shared. Enjoy.
Poor Ampoma. In what unfamiliar world is your mind wandering that you speak so?
From as long as the black and white TV era, thespians were greatly relied on to offer entertainment to masses during prime time, and most, if not all times, living rooms will be filled with eager eyeballs, each anticipating on what the actors and actresses would present this time. Acting has since then morphed into a sophisticated performing art that only a few individuals have dared to immerse themselves in.
My name is Peter Kawa. I am a man who wears very many hats. However, I like introducing myself first of all as an actor before anything else, because that is what I have been doing and I will still do for the rest of my life. So I'm a professional actor both for stage and for screen. I also double up as a film director, producer, and lastly I'm a talents manager. Very passionate about
last
mentorship.
minute. Apparently wife ya diplomat alikam kutoka majuu earlier than expected.
Nini na kashida yangu, si ndio?
Ni usiku moja tu. I mean, hautajua hata tuko around.
Oscar, siwezi mix biashara yangu.
His humble beginnings were characterized by attending a lot of auditions and taking some time to network with other creatives, which guaranteed he got the right footing while starting out.
The first time I remember ever being on an acting stage was back in high school, third year. I was not really very comfortable about being in front of people, but someone just noted something in me and gave me a role to participate in a play, and funny thing, I actually won Best Actor in Bungoma. And that's when I knew maybe this is a path I would want to take. So every morning I would wake up, I would go for auditions, I would go for trainings. I would even just go and sit at the National Theatre, just to interact with the people, just to network. And I believe that is even how I got my first, TVC. I was just seated among akina Jalango and akina Kazungu, and they were like, "Wasi, kuna audition ina happen hapa hivi." Hey, okay, tuishieni. And then we tried, and whoa, I got a role. So networking.
And try and spend it on a date, eh? Not a textbook.
Living the life of a fictional character is not as easy as it sounds verbally. Before embarking on a role, Kawa has to spend hours doing research and practice to ensure he understands and internalizes the character to give an outstanding performance.
I've always been very fascinated about acting. From back in the day when you were in Primo and tunatoka shule, and then would go and steal that 5 bob from your mom, or she sends you to the shop, and then ile change in the back una feature. That 5 bob is what you'd go and watch those films, right? Kwa pale kwa kibanda, kina Van Damme, kina Commando, na kina Rambo. As we watch them, there is that tendency of wanting to, what is this guy feeling? So I have a tendency of getting deep into understanding emotions. So even when I'm preparing for my roles, first of all is I want to read that script and understand where this guy is. Not what he's saying, but where is he right now in terms of emotions? What is he feeling? What does he want to achieve by the time the film starts from the beginning to the end? So for me, that is the first step. The next step now is start to do research. What are the exterior mannerisms of what a pastor would look like? What a policeman would look like? Then once you understand that, now you go to the lines. Then now start following up on those lines. What are the guiding factors within what he says that can, say something about my character?
Who the hell do you think you are? Huh?
You're hurting me.
You think this is a campus party with little boys?
I'm sorry.
You are paid to be here. Do you hear me? Huh? You think I like to throw my money away for nothing? You are nothing to me.
Oh. That. First of all, just warm up your body. Warm up your body, because so ile body imeshikana pia there's some fluidity in your performance that will just not be there. Open up your system, let blood flow within your body. So there's some simple exercises that you do behind the scenes before you get into anything. There's also that moment where you just want to go and now meditate. Sit in a corner and you just go through your lines. Look at your arc as a character. What do you want to achieve in the first 10 minutes, first scene you get into, until once you have that overall, by the time you get on stage or on set, you know your objective for every particular scene or every particular play.
The awards and the projects are as many as they come. Having been in the game for this long, Kawa has become a common face whenever film award ceremonies are held. And when you hear a new blockbuster is about to be released, chances are that you will catch a glimpse of the veteran.
Anaweza ingia confirm.
Unikubali kitu kama hiyo.
Pekeso. Lala hapo chini. Chini kabisa. Mwangalie.
Tuanze ile high school which watu wengi hawakubaliki, but the truth of the matter is, you know, line up all your accolades as they are, because you can't really, there's someone in high school who's really looking forward to that award. So I won Best Actor in high school, Bungoma District. After that, I think the first award I won professionally, which was late in the game, was Best Actor for a show that I played, a rock pastor called Fihi. The same year, I had also been nominated, the same award ceremony, I had been alongside Fihi, I had been nominated for Oscar also for Sumula Penzi, the pimp role. But I won for Fihi as Pastor Isaiah. And then the next year, I won Best Film Director for a film that I had directed called Lost in Time. It was 2019, it was the biggest film in Kenya in 2019, having won 5 major awards out of 11 nominations at the Kalasha Film and TV International Awards.
It is either you love him or you love me. Choose.
I have one of the highlights. I went to Morocco in 2019 to shoot a Korean feature film called Escape from Mogadishu. That was like a major highlight. I was paid well, I was treated well. I got to be on an international set and just to see how things are done. And that for me was a highlight. So I played a military guy. I also played Onuradi, also a military guy, shot in the same year. I also played Fihi as a rock pastor. I've played Sumula Penzi. Yeah, I've played so many roles, man. On stage, I've played a character called Edufa, a play that is written in Ghana. And for me, that was a major highlight. And then I played also a cop, the first major good guy role. And I've tried many things.
Apart from acting, the actor has also embarked on talent management as a way of giving back and offering his contribution to safeguard the future of the industry.
Well, you remember part of my introduction was I'm a talents manager. And it comes from a very deep place of loving the idea of mentoring young people. I got an opportunity myself. Someone saw something in me and he gave me an opportunity and he nurtured me. The first few months I was with him, that brother taught me how to direct, taught me how to act, taught me how to network. You know, and I was like, had it not been that for that individual, then I would not be the person that I am right now. So I was like, you know what? Pass it on. And that is my mantra. Pass it on. And now I realize that there is much, much more that can be put in these young people. And now you start organizing for workshops for them. You know someone who does actor training. You're like, hey, nani ebu. Unaweza ongea na kijana fulani hapa hivi akona Carol fulani next week. Unaweza mchonga kidogo. You see, now you're putting out more. Now you start telling them, you know what? This is now becoming a more rounded relationship. Now let's put it in paper. Now I come up with a contract. Andika hapa hivi kwamba ukienda pale unasema kwamba mimi ndio manager wako. I will push for something extra on your nini. So nikiongea na nani, umempa kazi lakini bana 1500 sukuma 7000 kidogo, you know. And that is now negotiating for the actors. That's when now you also make sure that also your earnings and your percentage inakuja a bit more.
Jazi pizo mtu wangu unasemaje? Iti
The actor admits seeing a whole new breed of young actors coming up is very promising for the industry and propounds that if nurtured and guided efficiently, have the potential of building a formidable industry that investors will be willing to support.
Mimi naona ni kama umekalia bahati yako.
Lakini unajua nilikuwa nimeajiriwa hapo na mdosi wangu ndio nimchungie nyumba.
Ni hiyo tu ndio imekufunga? Kama Lazaro mwenyewe alitoka kaburini
If you want the best for yourself as an individual, even as a veteran actor, then pick up these young people and make sure that when we are going for auditions, let no one ever say that actors in general are indisciplined. They do not come with lines. They do not have respect for their directors. They don't know how to handle themselves when around a set. So when we go there as a unit, then we win. But if we want to be selfish and cut off these young people, remember these young people are coming with some extra energy and they're going to overtake us. There will come a time. You cannot run away from that fact. Watakuja watupite. Na wakitupita na hawana maadili mazuri, then hao ndio watadefine what an industry is, and we all fail.
Wacheni kupigana, eh?
Kwa hivyo yeye ni mpango wa kando?
No.
So we are both his wives.
Widows, yes.
Na hii nyumba ni ya nani?
Nyote wawili.
There's been that notion that the likes of Netflix, the likes of Hulu and HBO are going to be our saviors. I don't think so. They will only come to an industry that is already flourishing, an industry that is already building itself into something. Okay? So I think the first thing is, first of all, how do we see ourselves? How do we package ourselves into an entity that the government will look at and say, kuna kitu wale majamaa wanafanya, na kuna tax tunaweza toa pale hivyo. How do we invest in these people so that they can, So it starts with us as the film practitioners, as the actors. Every person who's playing a role as a stakeholder in the game. Okay, starting from the actors, the producers, the directors, the crew, the talent management and agencies. How do we start looking at it as a business and start classifying ourselves as such?
Take this. Show him who you belong to.
That there is one of our very best doing his very best.